Oops, I moved it.
No, that's alright. That's alright.
Still a little that way.
No, because you're gonna cut yourself up.
Well, that's only bad. Morena.
Well, not.
So today, day 7, a whole week. And and each day we've lost weight. So I've weighed in. I thought I had put weight on.
Same.
So I had to check it again and take my white top off, just to make sure. And I'm now at 80.6, whereas yesterday I was 81.
And I'm at 141.9. Me too, yesterday was 142.1. Oh, 142.1, now I'm 141.9. So I've lost 0.2 kgs today. But like many people say, not to weigh yourself every day, because the results can go up and down. The results might not be as extreme as other things, what we think, but it's just something we've been doing all week, and something we're gonna keep doing. Just, I don't know, we can see the changes, and like I said, I'm a numbers person. Can see the changes in the numbers. At first it came up 142.3, like I've gained weight, but I went back later and then, yeah. So, was I disappointed? Oh, I wouldn't say disappointed, I was shocked. Thinking, wow, I've been doing this diet all this week. You know, we've had some temptations. You had my parents turn up with some seafood. And some more like trifle, which is a delicacy of mine.
Yes, they're really trying to encourage us.
Really interesting. It's been hard, especially when you got food cooking around. Our family's still here. It's good to have them. And just, they've got to eat. They've got to live their normal life. And that's cool when they've got kids, and so
it's amazing the power of food and social events. How you can't do what you usually do with your family, eat like they eat and drink like they drink.
Eat.
So that kind of puts a damper on things when you go to family and you're not eating what they're eating. So
but you enjoyed the company though. You really do enjoy the company. You just sit there, talk, but now you got to talk more because you're not stuffing your mouth with things. It's been an interesting journey.
Yes.
My wife has just told me that she feels like she's losing.
Yep. This is the day I'm noticing changes in my stomach. Look in the mirror and I see that it's not protruding as much as it usually does, and it feels softer. It's not firm and hard like at the top of my stomach. At the top of my abdominals.
My wife says she can see it in me. I can't. It still looks huge. It still looks big. My stomach, I mean. I'm still big. I still feel big at this stage. I'm still thinking that all this weight being lost is just water. So I'm still at that stage at the moment. Like I said, once I hit 139, 130s and the 130s, then I'll probably have a bit more, confidence in it. I'm still believing that it's just the water weight that's just losing. What else? Me, I'm feeling not too bad lately. I've written down in my diary that I got woken up early this morning by some idiot running around in our township screaming and doing some silly things, probably too much meth or too much alcohol. Yep, just being a clown. So I got woken up about 4 o'clock. Like normal, getting woken up early doesn't feel that great, but kind of, it's hard for me to get back to sleep, but I somehow did, and then wake about 6:30. I'm not feeling too bad. My eyelids are feeling a little bit heavy, but I think that's because I got up early. Went to bed actually pretty early, surprisingly. Again, just nodded off once settled and relaxed. So that was cool.
Yeah. Geez, I lost my thought. But anyway, I am noticing changes in my body. Also in my arms, upper arms. They feel not so flabby as they used to be. One of my arms, this one here, I've got lymphedema, so it's expected that it'd be a little bit swollen there, so at times. But even that, I'm feeling it's a lot less swollen. If that makes a difference, it is a difference. So it's good because I've only lost, I've lost over 5 kgs and I've only got another 10 kgs to go to get to my goal weight, which I was probably in my young adult age at that goal. Yeah, at 70 kgs.
Me, I've lost just over 5 kgs, 5.2 kgs so far. I still reckon that I'm holding a bit of weight because I haven't been to the toilet yet from yesterday. Yeah, wanting to go, but go to the toilet but not going. So I think I'm holding a little bit, not much, but I think I'm holding a little bit of weight. So I've lost just over 5 kgs and still got another 55 kgs to go. Looking at that, it sounds quite daunting thinking about it just now. It sounds quite daunting. But especially when you get foods coming in and all the rest of it all the time. Being around food every day. Wherever we turn to, there's food. Wherever we go to, there's food. Yeah. Went for a walk with my moko and my daughter yesterday, just around our township. We ended up at New World. And I didn't want to deprive them of those delicacies. So we ended up getting some trippies. I ended up buying them some trippies and drinks and chocolates and biscuits. That's what they were asking. So that was cool. Then we went to we got a Turkish shop here. And she ended up getting her some chips and, I don't know, this meat box and meat and salad and chips with it. Strange combination, but it did. And when we brought it, went home, and when they were eating it, her and her partner and the children, it smelled so delicious. So I had to go in the kitchen and grab my bar for lunch. It was a big difference from not just jumping in there and just going forward.
Well, I'm grateful because I'm usually working. I have been working quite a bit. And today is a break day, so I've got today off. It'll be interesting to see what happens, where I notice food coming out. But like I said in the last time we videoed, we recorded, I said I was a shut off person. So I shut off the smells, I shut off the look. It's not always a good thing to shut off, but in this case it is when I'm trying to get to the goal that I want. I have to shut off those things and just concentrate on what I'm doing be focused on the diet and stick with it. Because if I make one change and just, decide to eat a watermelon out of habit, or
Because it's nice
a
and
cracker,
it's
just
watery.
one, because I think that it's not going to make much of a difference. I'll just have one. It will put me right off the diet, and I probably won't follow through because it'd be too tempting just to see other food. So I have to use the shut off mode when I see that.
But in saying that, some people do have a meal during the program. Hey, if that's what you have to do, that's what you have to do. For us, we've got a goal. Oh yeah, I know most of us, we've all got goals. But we've got a target and we're going to try and go there. We've come in it so far. This is 5 days. We've passed through so many temptations. We've had so many good delicacies come our way that what I love. And yeah, it was hard to actually turn it down. The other day I did say that I had a bit of a nanny nap. What we call a bit of a nanny nap, like 10-15 minutes. 3 hours later I woke up. So that ended up being a deceased nap. It was an interesting nap because I ended up dreaming about food. I didn't mention that in our talk yesterday because our video cut out. But I ended up dreaming about food. I also found myself waking up in that sleep, chewing. It was really interesting, just chewing away at food in mid-ear. So that was interesting. Sounds like our moko was up.
Milamo!
And we're going to end up going down and getting her. Anything else I'd like to share?
I just want to remind everybody, the products are really nice.
Coming!
Delicious.
Yeah, they are.
They are delicious and you will enjoy them. And they will fill you for that time that covers the foods that we have, 5 a day. They will cover you in each of those times. What we do, if we haven't mentioned it already, is we have our water, that's fine. That's a give.
Yes.
And we've chosen different products, so olive oil and Himalayan salt. Apple cider vinegar, get the Bragg's one, the Bragg's brand.
Yep.
With apple cider vinegar, that's a tablespoon, with a cup of water and honey, the runny honey.
Hang on, honey.
Organic, is it here?
Yeah,
The
this
organic
is an organic
one?
one.
Well, just this, it's just
Honey.
for taste.
Liquid honey. Easier to tool, you don't have to dip in with your fork. Just pour it into your teaspoon or something and then mix it in.
And if you go to the keto shop, you'll find green teas in different flavours. And we've got the appleberry one, which is delicious. You can have it cold, really cold or hot. Tea, hot or cold. So, yeah, that's how we fill our day with our food and drink.
But she's just going to run down and get our moko downstairs. And she's screaming, as you can hear. Such a barrel of joy, this one. So cute. But don't want to, I don't know, I suppose I want to walk my talk before sharing anything with my children and stuff. Because, yeah, don't want to get halfway through it and then end up turning around and my children sort of probably think, well, hey, you're not walking your talk. I love walking my talk, so if I say I'm going to try to do something, I try it. Yeah.
The one's up too, I think. She's chatting. The other one's chatting in the bed. Yeah. So hello, Millamo.
You can't see yourself, eh? So this is this is our bundle of joy.
Yep, she sure is. So active and so full of life.
Full of life. So this is one of the reasons we're doing it is because of these ones. We got other mokos. We want him to be around. Like I said at the beginning on Monday, just seeing so many people in premature deaths. They don't need to be, and that's because of what we eat. So that's pretty much me.
Yeah, so never forget your reason why you're doing this, because that will encourage you to carry on.
Even though you do have spikes in your measurements or spikes in your weight, having these purposes like this one and these goals, memories, right, it'll just keep you motivated and keep going. And this is one of the reasons why.
Yeah, and if you write it down too, right, how you're feeling at the time about your weight and everything that's going on while you're on the diet, that really helps you. I think journaling is a good thing to clarify your mind, to keep you on target, to remind you and encourage you of how well you're doing, and even when you're not, even when you have your setbacks, it's good to write it down.
And we are going to have our setbacks.
Think about what happened.
Don't feel you're too guilty that you trip up. Just try and get back on that horse again. And just keep going. We are going to have it. It is going to happen. We try not to make it happen, but sometimes... that one's alright. That one's alright.
Cold.
We try our best. And that's... as long as we got a purpose and a goal.
Want a taste? Taste?
So should we wrap it?
Yeah, that's it for us.
Yeah, so matawa.
Hei kona.
Ka ki te. Te pencil case. Oh my.